Okay, my friends, so now that you have your vinyasa with all of the modifications and the progressions and your choices, I want to go over the warm-up that I usually do to get into Sun Salutation A. So in the warm-up, you have different choices. A warm-up in a yoga can be from a seated position, but it can also be from a child's position or a tabletop. So usually when you do a seated position, a lot of people find this very, very uncomfortable. So sitting in a cross-legged position, I highly urge you to get a little towel or a blanket to put under your sit bones. This will allow you to come a little bit higher up in your body to have more accessibility into your hips, and it will feel much, much better. Now make sure if you have a yoga mat, make sure that it's a thicker type of yoga mat. This is a travel yoga mat, so it's super duper thin and you will not get as much support for your joints, for your knees, and right now I can already feel the pressure on my ankles in this one because it's so close to the floor, and this is why we use a mat for yoga and not just do it on regular floor. So here is a really important thing. Number one, the blanket under your sit bones so you come a little bit higher up. Number two, this is enough. I'm sitting, crossing my legs. But if this does not feel good for you, try to go into a modified version of a butterfly. So this is a butterfly with open knees. If this feels also too much for you, try to sit with your legs in front, but also you can try to sit with a little bit of an open position. The most important thing is that you come up on your sit bones and you're sitting with an engaged core and you feel that your hips are open and accessible. So that is important for a warm-up. So you have a few choices there. Again, cross-legged position, a butterfly, and we do not hold on to the feet, no. If anything, you can hold on to your ankles, but usually in the warm-up we are moving a lot from side to side, lifting it up and opening up. And then remember, legs in the front, totally okay, or legs open. So you have a few choices there in your warm-up for the yoga practices. If you are very flexible and you don't have any problems with your joints, you can try and go into a lotus pose. So half lotus is basically braiding your foot over onto the other leg. So this little area here is a good support for your foot. So this is half lotus, and that is enough for a warm-up sitting in a half lotus pose. But usually I also go with a regular cross-legged position. In the warm-up, if you do sit in a cross-legged position, I will usually want to switch from one leg to the other. So if you're sitting with legs open or a butterfly position, you just do everything again. You don't have to think about the legs. All right? Cool. So that is from a seated position warm-up. If you're doing it from a tabletop position, you usually go for child's pose. So child's pose position, and you go into the tabletop position. If you remember from the vinyasa, I did this as a little warm-up. What I usually urge people to do is I ask to curl the toes under. This activates your legs a little bit more and also offloads the knees. If you have issues with the knees, I recommend you to have a little blanket on your knees or a towel, or you can just do double layer of your yoga mat. And that usually works as well. Perfect. So that is for you a little bit of helpful tips of how you can successfully do a warm-up without any form of pain, because in the end you don't want to feel pain. I mean, there's a difference between doing movements that you can feel them, that they're stretching your muscles, but if you're feeling pain, like someone is digging a knife into you, then that is not a good pain to have. So be mindful of your body, listen to your body. If it feels uncomfortable, painful, then you need to find another way of doing things. So, and you are you, your body is unique, so it's important that you listen to your body and do not compare yourself to other body types. Enjoy!
Hi everyone, my name is Monika and I am the creator of Balance. I wanted to bring the world of ballet and the amazing training that ballet is into your world. So you can do this in the comfort of your own home. You just need a little bit of space and you're good to go. Music is modern, it's contemporary, and I wanted to give you that contemporary modern touch so you would feel that you're actually doing a fitness program and not an old school classical ballet.